Greetings, everyone. Welcome to another BMBBH. I am Kev. And as you walk into the broadcast or watch the replay, I want you to go ahead and hit that like button. And if you haven't done either one of these things, hit the subscribe button or hit the notification bell. Go ahead and do so. And it'll be just one of those good decisions that you have made. Just want to say for those of you who believe, happy holidays. For those of you who don't, well, happy whatever. I'm sure you have something to celebrate or not, but that's what it is. Anyway, just the topic for tonight is living rent free is winning. Um, I've pulled this topic from many of places. For instance, when they say people live rent free in your brain, uh, that's people that have this capacity to, I guess, sweat everything you do. Well, that's old school street terminology. Just basically, just follow you around like a puppy and just worry about shit besides themselves. Always sit up there hating on you, sneak dissing. And as this is going on, you're just really honestly thinking that I have better shit to think about than besides going around, um, hating somebody so much that they are always constantly on my mind, you know. So, thus living rent free inside of someone's head. I mean, in a lot of cases, a lot of these people don't ask to be there, and you shouldn't force them. So, and yeah, and the other parts that I'm going to pull, whatever context that I am trying to provide, is the fact that yeah, literally, living rent free is winning. And for those of you who don't think so, then you are being very foolish at this time. I mean, shit, I don't understand why you know people call folks that live rent free losers. Shit, I mean, there's somebody losing. I don't think that that's the person that's living rent free. The only way they lose is if it's discontinued. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't mind being hobosexuals. That don't mind living off government assistance, basically. So we understand and deal with that reality every day. And if you try to shame those people into believing that they are not winning, then they got a barrage of insults, and they come to platforms like these and look for spaces to trauma bond in. You know, but I don't understand it. I'm here to mostly talk about how everyone always and it's just this this weird thing that I see that no one else seems to notice. The this disparaging vitriol toward black men, and I know I've talked about this several times, but just to attack a couple of the points, a lot of people say that black men are losing. You know, black men are conquered. Black men have no power, and that would be the case if you know people didn't have to shove that message in everyone's face repeatedly, X number of times, over and over again, on their platforms or elsewhere, even in their realities. Black men have no power. How can that be? If you have to sit up there and throw your negative narratives about black men in everyone's face, then how can we not have power? If guys are losers and dusties, why are you so bothered by what they say? Because yes, they have power over you. I was always taught in my life by people who I trusted and loved that um, if I got mad at what someone said, then they had power over me. If I was triggered, by someone's insults and, their ability to get under my skin, then they won, I lost. I was told that, oh, don't let them get to you. Don't let them hand that power over. Don't hand the power over to them, rather. So, if with that being said, I don't believe that is something that is just exclusive to me and me alone. I believe that this person was trying to actually tell me how to carry on in life without, you know, hanging yourself in the middle of a room. And I get that. I very much so get that. And I'm not putting anyone down for whatever reasons. Whatever reason you come to these spaces, all I knew is one thing. The reason why I came to this space was to look for answers as to why. When I was just a viewer years and years ago. So, like I said, if I was bothered by someone, which sounds like a little bit of gaslighting, I would say. If I was bothered by someone, everybody would approach me and say, "Hey, you don't let it get to you. You're giving them power." So, out of the hundreds of triggered broadcasts about black men per month, and believe me, if you go looking for them, you will find them. I'm not talking about just the CGs and the cartoon Looney Tune character guy and that guy that said that he was being honest and truthful with you. I'm not just talking about those people. There are dozens like that, which is weird for a group of powerless men. I'm just saying, just that's all, and that's all there is to it. Now, if you want to flip that and say that, well, these dudes, they're making women powerful by, always discussing what their problem is and trying to shame them and tell them what they need to do. You're giving, I already said that long time ago. Men gave up their power to women, and now you got a bunch of dudes complaining about it. It ain't that, I don't believe that a lot of what these guys are saying is wrong, because I believe 100% that a lot, well, not 100%. Okay, so let me stop. A lot of what they're saying is correct, even if it's reflected by their personal experiences. I always say that, the delivery should be a little smoother and a little bit better. You know, just prove why these people are full of shit. That should be no issue if they're wrong. And that goes for anyone, male or female. That's not exclusive to gender. Everybody always says it's gender war crap. You know. But then you might ask yourself, but Kev, to say that it's not gender war crap, you named your channel Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Why is that? That directly asserts gender. Correct. I want black men to assert themselves in a brutally honest way, so there won't be any confusion. Let me say it again, so there won't be any confusion. If you assert yourself in a brutally honest way, you got to be honest now. It's got to be factual. It's got to come from a very truthful place, meaning no lies. Then it'll eliminate a lot of confusion and a lot of miscommunication. People don't know how to do that. Instead, they dive down into the fuckery part of everything. What's going on, Prepper 101? Shit. So, I mean, and that's what it is. That's what it is. You can't say that black men are powerless if you're willing to go through lengths such as embarrass yourself and become a very evil person just to deliver the message that black men are powerless. Because just like they used to tell me growing up, if it bothers you that much, you're giving up power. You're letting those people control your emotions. And black men, whether you know it or not, you are very, very good at controlling the emotions of people. Just remember this: people don't remember what you do. I mean, they don't remember what you do for them. They remember how you made them feel. Now, if I don't give you a straight A report card, no matter how much you don't deserve it, you're going to feel some kind of way about it. So instead of accepting the truth that you might, be anywhere from a person that needs to study a little bit more to just flat out dumb motherfucker, you're going to blame me for it. See, I can't give a straight A report card to any group of people. Just like y'all can't give a straight A report card to black men. That's not a tit for tat thing I'm talking about. Think about it. I'm not saying that everything is wrong with every group of people, but I'm not saying everything is right with them either. Why would I give straight A's to anyone? And that includes black women, and that includes black men. I'm not going to uplift anyone that does not deserve it, and I don't expect to be handed a cookie in the same way. I don't care. If you're an adult and you don't know yourselves by now, hey, ain't nothing I can do about it. But at the same time, if you're letting, if you're saying it one way and you're delivering it another way, then you might need to reevaluate. So let me get back to what I was saying earlier. How is living rent free not winning? Shit, homosexuals thinks it's winning. Hell, I used to have Negroes growing up all the time telling me how good it was to live. Like as long as they fucked them good, they can, they can live with them. They can stay with them. Shit, she be giving me stuff. That's what I used to hear from them. I never did a female like that. Let's be the truth. Let me be brutally honest. I was never really all that smooth enough to do that anyway. And let's be brutally honest again. Why would I want to be smooth in that way? But I can admit that black men patted ourselves on the back for the wrong shit on a consistent basis. I mean, like that, and that doesn't apply to every black man. But we have to understand and realize that, yeah, especially us Generation X cats, yeah, we did some fuck shit. We accepted fuck shit. We allowed fuck shit to enter our domiciles and take over instead of asserting ourselves. We sat on our little balls and decided that we didn't want to say anything. And then now that it's out of control, it necessitates a need for a space for black men to tell your asses, okay, enough is enough. I know these niggas over here gave you rope, but hey, you know what? I'm not gonna give you any more. Shit. So, what is it gonna be? At the end of the day, if you create a situation, what's going to happen is that situation might, get a little bit out of control. Black men created a situation that very few black men are trying to get out of. There are black men out there that don't believe we should take those measures. We should just, like I said, sit on our balls. And then they get mad at the guys anyway that decide, hey, you know what? This is causing me too much fucking grief. I want to be able to explain certain things to certain people. And I do not feel like being dismissed and disrespected. Is that too much to ask for you to act like a normal person? No, it isn't. But there are plenty of people out here that act like it is, and I get it. It's too hard to admit that sometimes you're wrong and you took a dumbass path. Hell, I took a few dumbass paths in my life, but hey, you know what? I'm here right now. to say that, hey, you know what? I'm not perfect and you're not perfect either. You know, that's what I'm here to say. So why are we all acting like we're so perfect? But that's no excuse. There's no excuse, by the way. Yeah. So if you let somebody, okay, and this is especially for you dudes out there, and especially to these females out there that stay in these little trauma bonding spaces and chats, if you let somebody live rent free under you, you're the loser, not that person. No. Because at the end of the day, you let it slide. And going to complain and trauma bond in another space and try to say that this group of people ain't shit or black men ain't shit, hey, you know what? It's gonna be your fault at the end of the day because whether you know it or not, it is making you miserable and it is giving that whoever that is more power over you than you have over your whole entire life. And unfortunately, there are hundreds of you out there that feel that way. I'm sorry there are so many people that were too slow to get it. And the reason why I speak like this is because yes, if when I didn't get it, when I was too slow to get it, I was punished socially. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be one of these guys. Oh yeah, life was shit to me, so I gotta be shit to everyone else. No, I'm just letting you know the reality. And if you can't handle that reality, it ain't my fault. It ain't anyone's fault. It ain't anyone's fault. So what? There's a group of guys out there that want to tell you that this shit is fucked up and we need to do whatever we can to fix it. There's also a group of guys out there that tell you don't get married and they don't value family and the black community is done. What I like for you to do is pull back from listening to those people less and less because I don't know the holidays, and I know everybody doesn't believe in the holidays. Has taught me anything, it taught me the strength of family. You know, it did. And if you have that situation where you're just saying fuck family, and believe me, that is a very bitter place, then don't ruin it for other folks. I mean, any black man that has the sky, that has a bright future ahead of him, and the sky's the limit. Yeah, of course, go ahead, do you, bruh. But just because you don't think family is a good idea, just because of your horrible, shitty ass experiences, doesn't mean that I'm gonna think it. Shit. Just to make the point that there are black men out there that say all kinds of things that I don't agree with. And, they don't live rent free in my brain. I just like to wonder why we live rent free in yours. Black men this, black men that, black men, black men, black men. A lot of these situations that we talk about on these platforms are situational. It's just a situational thing. Now, if you feel as if you're being attacked as a group of people, don't, you can't just sit up there and be truthful with yourself and say, all they talk about is hair weave and single mothers. That's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. No, that's not true. Shut up. Shut. But I'm not, and I'm not gonna be a person on this platform, or other platform unless I'm backed into a corner. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. It's a waste of time. I'm a grown ass man. Shit. If you think I'm a loser, if you think I'm stupid, if you think I'm a black man ain't shit, hey, then I'll just be that for that moment. I don't believe that I'm that. You know, I'm in a position where I have to teach a child if someone tells her, negative things, that it doesn't matter. Shoot, because trust and believe. I understand what comes from our people because I understand our people because I'm one of you. I'm one of us. I'm talking about melanated. Is ridiculous the roads that I see our people take just to prove that, hey, you know what? It's not my life that is shitty. It's yours. And at the end of the day, you'll still be a shit person crying and moaning. You know, living rent free. Black men live rent free if in these people's skulls. Period. If that's not winning, I don't see what it is. How can you call black men losers when black men live rent free in the heads of a lot of these YouTubers, black YouTubers in the black space that it would be a much bigger space, a more fun space if it wasn't for those jackasses. And when I say jackasses, I'm not talking about the black manosphere, because it it's so it's so a trend. It's so easy, to hate on a group of black men because you display it and prove it every day you fucking come on here. Not the audience in particular, not the people who participate in the chat in particular. I'm about to look at the chat in a second. There ain't but a couple comments out there. But there's a lot of people that live in black YouTube trying to sit up there and say that black men are losers, conquered, and defeated. Try to say it every fucking broadcast. Imagine if black men ain't shit was taken out of their narrative. Would they even have a channel? You know? Can you, all these black men ain't shit channels, all the ones that, we're living rent free at, would they have content? Y'all know the truth to that shit. They wouldn't have no goddamn content. Shit. I mean, damn. I saw a girl go from making stitching shit, making Afghans and little throws, getting double digit views, to dissing black men. It just went up. I was like, damn. I was like, I ought to try that shit. I think I said that before. But I don't know. I wouldn't be authentic with it. I want to see black men win, and black men are winning. You don't believe me? Shit, just look around you. You're gonna deny it all day because we don't like to be honest with ourselves. Let's just go ahead and say that. Should some of us be talking some of the stuff that we talk when we come up here? No. Some of those people are right too. I don't 100% disagree with anyone. Remember that. So for even with a hater, there might be something that they said that I disagree, that I actually agree with. I don't totally hate anyone. I mean, I don't mind acting like I'm at that point, but it's never the true. It's never a true part of that. Sometimes I just want to test where you at, see where your head is. It's never ever supposed to be personal. It's never ever supposed to be personal. I mean, seriously, if you let a person talk long enough, they'll expose themselves. You know, so I mean, I'm not gonna pretend that gender isn't a major factor or a major issue in these little YouTube channel spats and discussions, but you gotta understand those conversations are red hot, and that's why people go into them. They are red hot. And the fact that people keep sitting up there and like I said, I have to defend black men at this point. There are, if you don't see it too bad, I can show you some links. But see, we're people of goal post motion. We if I showed you 10 broadcasts dissing black men in the past 2 weeks, you know people would call, our people especially would call me obsessed, and oh, you went looking for that, oh, and you're just looking for stuff to make you mad. It's a never ending circle of BS. So if you're just going to deny its existence, I'm just going to assume that you're stupid. There you go, two assumptions right there. Now I'm guilty of tit for tat. But convince me that black men are powerless just because some cop got away with shooting a black kid. You know, go ahead. Just convince me in the comments, in the chat. Convince me. Maybe I'm just not accepting reality. That I haven't already said dozens of times that black men need to work on our Highlander complex and, work on our unity. We're not supposed to all think the same, but at least accept some ideas, do some of the better ideas so some good may come of it, or put together all our ideas, take the best ones, discard the stupid ones. I mean, yeah, because there are stupid, dumb ideas. And then go from there. To assert some position. Well, our position is already asserted. whether you know it or not. Don't let them dummies convince you otherwise. And it's not just because I believe it. Like I said, just look around you. We affect everything in every environment we're around. Seriously, be the black man in a room full of only white people. The mood changes. If that was a powerless person, no one would fucking care. Just like I don't know, I had a coworker years ago. I was coming in to unlock the establishment that I was managing at. That's literally. And we had to use the buddy system. So there was a white man walking around the front. This dude gonna run to me when he gets there, and oh my God, what's that? What's that white man? What's that white man doing at the door? There's something up. I was like, I don't fucking know. He could be trying to make a reservation. I don't, man. Why you? What the hell? That was me. The other guy was, oh my God, oh white man. Like, see, that's what some of these motherfuckers be talking about. That white man got power from the other guy. So, if that applies in that situation, because every one of you motherfuckers out there that black men live rent free in your brain, every one of you motherfuckers out there that say that white men are powerful, you would have gave the W to the white man on the based on the story I just said. Why can't it apply to a black man? Shit. Think about it. Red flags get raised when we're around a lot of white folks. Do you think that's due to any powerlessness or a fear that power may be within that person? The fuck out of here. Y'all don't see anything. I understand this. If somebody that looks like me, and when I say look like me, skin color, if they don't like me, there's nothing I can convince them of. Nothing. There's nothing I can't convince you of. If you don't like me, you just don't like me and that's it. Whether I'm being factual or not, you don't give a fuck. You just don't. So, what am I to do from there? Just not care, or uh, just say fuck this person at the fact that, hey, you know what? If I do try to talk to you, and even though things have been harsh and you still on that bullshit, then hey, I just don't want to deal with you. And hopefully you don't want to deal with me, but hey, you know what? I hear too much shit about black men out there. So how can I sit up there and assume that you don't want to deal with me? Yeah. If I took my YouTube channel's name 100% serious, and I approached each content creator and asked them how they felt about that name, and then it's going to be a general collective answer about black men, because that's what I expect, then I'm pretty sure that I would have been justified in just trying to destroy everyone out here that says anything about black men as a collective. Because that means that I can take personal offense. Because all the vitriol is connected to the name of this YouTube channel. It is. That's what it is. But I'm not going to be the type to just go around looking for trouble. I'm just going to have you guys admit it. Admit what you say. Admit that black men live rent free in a lot of people's brains. You know, for reasons that are not necessary. Now, if you're a heterosexual black woman and you love black men, I understand. Let's get that out the way. I get that. Even if you are critical of some of our ways. Now, let's go ahead and just say this. Some of these women, just because it comes from a woman doesn't mean it comes from a gynocratic standpoint. There are women out there that actually care about black women, that actually care about black men. There are. Just face it. I get that maybe most of them don't, but there are some. And your average black woman that's not gonna like what I just said. But yeah, there are, and I mean, there are some out there that actually do support us and want to see us grow, see us win, and that's cool. I don't believe that every one of them want to see us lose. That's a bullshit way of thinking, and you can argue that till the cows come home. All right, so let me check here. We got 10 watching. We got 20. It looked like 24 likes. Shit. So appreciate all the love and support. And shit. Like I said, I hope you're having a good holiday. Just this. Hope you're having a good holiday. Or, if you work for one of those companies that let you off at this time, just hope you're having a good, chill, relaxed few days off with whatever you like to do. Whether it's crossword puzzles or fucking. Just have a good time. But, you know what? It's kind of hard to do these kinds of broadcasts without actually addressing the content creator or creators that do that. But what good does that do? If you guys made it a fun environment, then shit, it wouldn't be no problem doing it. But then again, a lot of you are no fun. Shoot. So anyway, yeah, it's about midnight. This was gonna be a short broadcast anyway. What I will do, however, is I'll try to make it up to you guys because you guys deserve it. But let me check out some things real quick. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I got a couple of these little trolls here. See, if let me see, block user. Yeah, I got a couple of comments that when they do these little links, these are people that are likely to like try to if they have the opportunity, just like this one right here, just like this one in particular right here. See, you guys out there changing the narrative because the power of what black men are doing. You got shit like this happening. These are the kind of people that'll look for a StreamYard link, that'll come up to your panel, and then instead of just being a real actual person, what they'll do is they'll switch on the camera and start playing porn. Let me tell you about that real quick. Porn is copyrighted material. Copyrighted material, when entered into a database such as YouTube, um, automatically updates in the server. Like, that's why you get copyright strikes on things like playing certain artists' songs. Just say if you played some Rihanna in your broadcast, you're gonna get a copyright strike. So when they play that porn like that, that porn is connected to a copyright database. Once it goes back into the YouTube server, then it's pinged as not only copyright, but pornography. And as soon as they ping that, that is a red flag. And goodbye to the Lapeef Network, the Little Big Nate, and the Roger Report. One of the Roger Report's channels. Yeah. So my suggestion to the content creators out there, especially someone who is up and coming like 1Gs, man, be careful with letting people up on your panel. And my suggestion to any of you, and this is gonna be some free game. People that ain't gonna get some free game. If you are using StreamYards, you have options on the side. You got your background, you got your video, And you got this little important one called an overlay where you can put a whole fucking picture right on your screen. So anyone that comes up to your panel, no matter what the fuck they show on your screen, whether it is porn, whether it is masturbation, which I had the unfortunate just witnessing on someone else's platform. Overlays will cover that shit up because they can moan all they want. Nobody can see moaning. Shit. I'm just trying to look out for my fellow content creators on this. Like, it is a shame that someone's channel gets taken down, and that's some BS, especially on some BS circumstances that probably could have been prevented if you had the knowledge otherwise. You know, but every time that happens, there's someone somewhere celebrating. Yeah, I saw a community tab post where this young content creator was celebrating Lil Big Nate's channel getting taken down. And from what I understand, because of his appearance at the Manosphere meetup, a lot of people had a lot to say about that. So, in the spirit of this broadcast, uh, Lil Big Nate lives rent free in a lot of these haters' brains. And Lil Big Nate, if he's any kind of content creator, he'll go ahead and create another channel. I'm sure he has a backup. I know it sucks that it takes a while to build these channels. It really does. It takes a while, and you put your heart and soul into it, and you finally get to 1K subs. Then you get close to 2K subs, and then then your channel gets taken on some BS. So Lapeef, well, I'm sorry. I hope that your channel is able to come back, but just like with Little Big Nate, because it was a mistake. I mean, I understand that y'all need to learn these apps, learn these streaming platforms, learn this shit so you can keep your platform. Because like I'll tell you this, it took me a little while to build this one. And I would say that even though I would have to start over if something like that were to happen, I would be motherfucking pissed about it. And I would be discouraged. I don't know if I would have the energy to build something back up like this. But, that's what defines, I guess that's what defines a content creator. Someone who really cares. So, I mean, we in the habitual line steppers camp, we understand that, more than the little free game that I gave you, there has to be certain security measures that we have to take. And they're not even going to look like security measures. This is how smooth this shit's going to be. If you've ever been in IT security, you understand that when you deal with platforms and and streaming services and anything really tech related, you have to have some kind of security policy in order for your little company to survive. So I mean, I definitely want to do everything I can to make sure that Sister George and Darth Skater 7, even though I don't really have to with Darth Skater 7, but and Donnie and Roger, make sure that we all stay on point, even if they are more on point than I am. If any little thing that I can offer them to help their channel survive, then definitely, and people out there that call themselves team clicked up or care about this space should care about everyone in it, even though we do not philosophically agree. Letting them know one thing could prevent them from getting their channel taken down. I don't want your channel to be taken down, no matter how much I dislike you. I want your narratives to be taken down. I want your talking points to be ripped apart, but never your channel. That shit sucks. And I gotta say, it sucks for Lapeef. It sucked for Roger, but Roger is the kind of guy that he just keeps going. So that's why he's a habitual line stepper, amongst other things. It sucks for Little Big Nate. Sucks for anyone that's lost a channel this way. But if it, I can understand if you repeatedly told the truth, and your message was so potent and so strong that your channel is just being targeted and flagged, and there's a hit list with your channel's name on it. I get that, but if it's preventable, shit, it's your fault. So just like this, just do like me, just put an overlay on the screen, shit, and just maybe a popular image among black culture. Or I probably start doing historical images as well, and still be saying what the fuck I want to say. Black man, you should never stop saying what you want to say, because I see the things that's being said about you. Why should you ease up anymore? Don't let these motherfuckers gaslight you. Step on their necks. Do it twice as hard. Shoot. Yeah, I mean, you live rent free in their brains. Shoot. There goes another one. Christopher Shad. Christopher Shader. Oh, good God. The hell is wrong with you guys? Yeah. You motherfuckers sound like they used to teabag each other in college. Shoot. Stay away from me. Sorry you don't like black people coming up here telling the truth, trying to make things better for ourselves. Shoot. And yeah, I got an interesting theory about the shadow banning. See, we getting bots like that. See, we getting bots in the chat like that. I'm thinking maybe those bots are subbing too. A bot like this. Maybe they're subbing too. So when their accounts are flagged as spam accounts and they're knocked down, they probably knocking down your sub count as well. Do you probably? I probably have more spam subs, and I really hope that's too. I actually hope that's the case. It'll suck that it would really suck if YouTube really was shadow banning channels because they came from black folks. It really would suck, and at the end of the day, it's YouTube's platform anyway. Anything they deem inappropriate is that's it. If they decide that this channel right here was inappropriate, then I'm gone. And ain't nothing I can do about it. Period. So you do like the Roger Report, and you create another channel and you press on. Shit. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be here, because that risk is out there. And Lapeef learned that shit. Roger learned that shit. Little Big Nate learned that shit. And whoever else is getting channels popped. Because I've seen some crazy stuff. Because y'all open these StreamYard links, and then it's like a pate. Yeah, but like I said, I realize that it is goofy late. I'm telling you, I will work on trying to get to more of a prime time spot, so it'll be easier on you guys. As far as staying up, cause I gotta admit, like, I've been traveling all day, and I mean, I could sit here and talk for another 30 minutes, but it's just the fact that I have to be considerate of you. Shoot. YAS4W, I'm working, but I'll be free in about, is that an hour and a half or 1:30 in the morning my time? No, that's like an hour and a half. Yeah, man, look, shit, it might be a black dimension. Yeah, and subscribe to our channel, The Black Dimension. Roger did a really good broadcast on the other day on the NBA's top 75. And he dealt with the first 10 names in alphabetical order, and him and Black Uru and another person, they had a very interesting conversation about it. So, really, that's what we're about at the Black Dimension. We're going to discuss sports, and we're going to discuss all of your favorite shit in entertainment. And yes, we're going to do video games, and we're going to do anime. So be on the lookout for that. And for those of you suckers that don't know what anime is, it's cartoons from Japan. Ooh. So definitely check out the Black Dimension. Where we be talking about that confusing ass Matrix film that I just got through watching. I was like, ugh. It's like I get it, but then again, I don't get it. It's just like in a couple parts, it's like you're kind of like, yeah, okay, Matrix. In other parts, you're like, oh my fucking god. And we will have that discussion. We're actually we did a throwback discussion on the Matrix on that channel. So we're going to be doing Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolutions, and new one, Matrix Resurrection. So definitely, if you are a sub to this channel or you're watching, go ahead and sub and go to my community tab. I put the NBA Top 75. That's where the channel is. Go ahead and hit that sub button. Yeah. But anyway, just a lot of crazy stuff going on. We had the huge doxing. We had the sale of a Manosphere channel to a habitual line stepper. Shoot, man. Ninjas being ninjas. Niggas nigging. That's how it is. And I mean, like, and the crazy part about it, y'all don't understand, is that 2021 is about to come to a close. The year 2021 is about to come to a close. I mean, this year has gone by. In the next few days, it'll be 2022. But understand this: each year has to be better than the year before that. You know, you don't want to be in the same spot you were a year ago. Maybe it's okay if you're successful, but if you're not successful, you don't want to be in the same spot next year. So just understand this. Well, am I in the same spot I was in last year? A little bit better, but not enough. So, uh, my advice to you guys: just plan to make the next day better, and I'll leave it at that. Then let me reinforce what I've been saying this entire broadcast, or at least for some of it. Living rent free is winning. It feels like winning. Shoot. Don't let anyone tell you it's losing. Is if it's losing for anyone, is the sucker paying all the bills. I'll say that. That's the loser. The winner, I mean, like homosexual. Hey, he living rent free and he getting sex. The fuck are you talking about? Raven Knight, what's going on? This man says 2022, year of the desperate thought. Yep, I believe that's gonna happen. But I'm not like waiting by a phone and one of my homies, you know, call and say, "Hey man, the thoughts are finally desperate. Now's our chance." Yeah, but it's getting toward that way, man. Cause like, imagine if they shut down internet, like shut down the smartphone's ability to reach out to different parts of the world. That mean I'm talking about all these social media websites are gone. You just imagine that. Just imagine if that happened. Shit, it'll be enough to drive anybody crazy. But guess what's gonna happen? You know, whatever part of the country you stay in, if there's a lot of chicks, oh yeah, it's gonna be some fun times. But since that's not gonna happen, or probably won't happen for a while until all the powers that be decide they want to have like Hunger Games type shit. Don't hold your breath. That's what I'll say. Don't hold your motherfucking breath. Shoot. So how are black? How's living rent free not winning? Okay, you got this troop of oh man, I don't want to say welfare queens, but hey, they got welfare queens. Yeah, they're winning. Shit, they get free money. You don't think free money is? You don't think free money is not winning? Like, come on now, shit. Ask any lottery winner. If you're able to, if you're able to get some kind of perk due to sexual recklessness, you're winning. You're getting money for your housing, money for food. Yeah. Don't be like, I got rent to pay. Don't, and then you're accepting assistance that covers that rent. No, that's rent free. Ask them if they losing. No, they probably say to somebody, I ain't got nobody to help me take care of these kids. Nah. Shit. Tell me how living rent free ain't winning. Please tell me how I mean, principle wise, a loser. It really takes a loser to accept that shit. You can't accept that as a man. Not at all. And I would have to say, I don't want to accept. I don't want you to accept that as a man. Living rent free. Yeah, and then when I live rent free in somebody's head, which, I must say by creating a Facebook group that gives black men the freedom to say what's on our minds, I live rent free in a lot of people's heads. Not saying that's the best thing in the world. I wouldn't even encourage that either. Although trolling is fun, I guess. Depending on how you use the word troll. But I don't think I was trolling. I think I got that by telling people the truth. And let me tell you something, a lot of people have come back and told me that. The way you deliver it, I mean, shit. You barely can argue with it. People just, let me tell you something. You say something, people go straight to insults. Unless you started off with an insult, you won. Seriously. And unlike the rest of the world, I don't expect people to shut up when I insult them. Unlike B1 over there with, man, they really talking about Dennis Sperling. That's some bullshit right there. When Dennis Sperling, when Dennis Sperling, when. Dennis Sperling is living rent free in B1's head. Shoot. Like, damn, man, y'all gotta be careful, man. Y'all gotta be careful with this shit. I mean, y'all think y'all fighting a good fight. Yeah, I mean, you're doing the opposite of what you're saying you are automatically. That's why I don't. It's like you hear people say this shit. That's why I don't take them niggas seriously. Shit, it's kind of hard to when you make a hypocrite of yourself every day by your rhetoric, and then you're saying that you are something. That's just me saying that my name is Black, me and being brutally honest, and then trying to convince you that Tracy Ellis Ross is a man. That's a lie. That's a woman. It's a fucking lie. That I want to tell you that Mark Henry is a woman that should be appearing in Playboy. No, that's a lie. But I will go like, and it's the same way with a lot of these people calling themselves certain thing. I love black folks, but I gotta complain about a black person every fucking broadcast. That's stupid. You believe people are fucking stupid. You ain't. I mean, but no, I preach against that. I can't say they're not black. Like they be trying to say about black men. They're the biggest cowards. They the biggest cowards. Shut up. You're all on a Wi-Fi connection. But right now it's Dennis Sperling. Shit. In a lot of places it's Obsidian. Living rent free, man. I mean, it's like, damn. If these guys, like I keep saying, if these guys are losers, if all these black men are losers, why are you giving them the power? Just like with these dudes. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. That believe that every woman is a representative of the gynocracy. Y'all giving them women power. Shit. Stop giving people power. Shoot, like I said, like they used to tell me, Like they used to tell me, stop giving folks power. And it was wise people that told me this. No ulterior motives. Just wanted to see me be a happier person. You know, and understand, understand that, that at the end of the day, who gives a fuck about what these people think? And yeah, I got a little person to instill in that with that. It's gonna take some time. And can't expect too much from a young child, but when it started getting up in that 10, 11 area, then it's time for some things. You know, at least some mental training. That's you have to be specific with ignorant folks. You know, you know. I can't think of a better teacher at this point. I mean, her mother was very good with her education wise. She's a straight A student, but hey, common sense has to go with that. And physical wellness as well. Shit. Because the kind of world that she's grown up in, I see a bunch of stupid ass people. Shit. I feel bad for these kids, man. They have to grow up around all these dummies. Shit, I'm trying to counteract that shit because let's face it, man. There's lots of dumb adults out there. Shit, some of you got, and you prove it every day when you go in these coping spaces and talk about, what a black man didn't do. Black men need to be there for their children, which means that you fucked the dummy and he left you with a child. That's nobody's fault but you and him, I would say. Let's not put all the blame on you, but to sit up there and come to me about your baby father talking about black men need to be accountable, I'm going to pretty much look at you in a face that makes people laugh, that knows why I'm looking at you in such an idiotic manner. Shoot, like because it's ridiculous to sit up there and try to make me believe that you don't deserve any accountability for it. And I say this to some of these dudes with these old bad decision makers. There'll be a couple bad decision makers that came to this channel. Supposed to sit up there and pacify you and pat you on the fucking back because you made a mistake. I'm just saying, be honest with folks, man. Don't be fuck these people. Shoot. I mean, think about it. Like, listen to how some of these folks talk. Do you really believe that you have the luxury of sparing anyone else's feelings at this point, male or female? Because words make people equal. I did a video about that about over a year ago. A couple folks didn't like it and unsubbed. Because I say words make people equal. If you're going to come up here talking shit, I can talk shit right back. It's equality. I mean, I don't preach to me equality and then that's not what you're talking about, because then I will use more words that are not pleasurable to you. Shoot, makes sense. Make it make sense. Shit. Yeah. Shit. I just like, and I don't like to be one of these people that love to try to sit up here and say, man, what y'all doing with y'all self, man? I'm sitting up here, I'm on the beach right now. Y'all niggas can play on YouTube. You know, I ain't gonna be one of them guys. Because if a person has to come on YouTube and say that, you're literally on YouTube. But I will say this. While I was enjoying time with my family on Christmas Day, which it was just a great time. I mean, I have to admit it. You know, that's why I believe in the strength of the family unit. And a community would fix these things. An accountable community that loved each other and wanted to see each other win. You know, while I was doing that on Christmas Day, there were some content creators that were dick policing. Dick policing, you say? Shit, look at the thumbnail for this broadcast. And here we are again. Like I said, look for these motherfuckers. Hopefully they're not spam subbing and increase my number just to see that number knocked back down when YouTube does label them a spammer. But if you have a blue wrench, you see these people, block them from the. Just say block them, block them. Don't not block them. Well, what are y'all doing? Hitting the links to see if y'all see some porn? I can't block it yet, Kevin. No, every time I see them, I'm gonna block them immediately. Oh yeah, Stoic One, long live. Yep. See, as soon as I block them, the number of people on my channel go down. It's like I done lost 2 subs already. I mean, but if they're spam subs, fuck them. Shit. I mean, numbers ain't everything. It's the quality of your content. Shit. Mm, shoot. So, let's get back to the subject matter. Living rent free is winning. You know, living rent free is winning. Can you imagine somebody pissed off with you for a number of years? Seriously. How much effort that takes to actually be pissed off with someone for a number of years. And let's go ahead, like, okay, this person didn't kill anyone that you loved, like not even so much as a pet. you know, didn't cost you anything financially. Didn't cost you anything financially. I'm just throwing out reasons why you should be angry with someone. Wasn't violent toward one of your family members. Did not fuck your woman or man, depending on which way you swing and your gender, whatever. I'm thinking about things that make besides philosophical disagreement on the internet. And it's just like I said, we have this thing where we will run into a weirdo every now and again. I mean, let's face it, man. You guys, if you're a black man that speaks the truth in these YouTube streets, you are going to run into black women that don't like it and that will disrespect you immediately. I'm not saying sit up there and put up with the disrespect like some of these stupid ass people be trying to tell y'all to do. Man, just put up with it, man. Just let them have it, man. Don't argue. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you should be used to this behavior by now. I mean, seriously. I mean, I understand some of you guys are younger guys that might be a little new to it. I mean, but for those of us that's been in these spaces for a while, that's been in social media for a while, that's living the black experience for a while, you know that this is commonplace. So why let it drive you to the point where you become a stalker or you become a doxer? Some all around weirdo dropping threatening message in these women inbox. There's a couple people in this space I got screenshots of. Like not maybe not content creators, but yeah, one is a content creator, but one is a guy that frequents the panels in the black manosphere. And you would love to see that just so you'll have your little evidence that, oh, those guys are so toxic in space. What I will say is I do understand some of the anger. Not to the point of weirdness, but I understand how that anger begins and where that anger comes from. I'm not willing to completely write off a person until they start saying some crazy shit that sound like that they been smoking crack cocaine and heroin at the same time. I can't kids, something like that. I don't believe that that's something that um that is correct and fair and right, and that just shouldn't be. you know so anyway, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it because it's pretty late. I got on pretty late, and I understand that it's not in particular you guys' fault, But, just thinking if I had started earlier, I'd probably be going off around this time anyway. But please, by all means, check out my broadcast. I might, I always say this, I might go on extra time this week. But just understand this. It's just like, if I do understand that people do look for me on Saturday and Sunday, and I do apologize to those people. But I mean, sometimes, man, you gotta balance it out with a slice of life, and I wish that a lot of you that are so miserable that you have to shit on black men every time you come to this platform could understand that. You know, I wish that you could understand that there are better things to do with your life. But until there's a collective of men that is greater than what this space is trying to do, until there's a collective of men that's willing to say, hey, you know what, this is what it's got to be, then then we're gonna continue in a most negative way to live rent free. But in any of these cases, and you ask anyone, living rent free is winning. Period. So if you disagree with me, leave it in the comment section. I'm out. Thank you for your participation in the chat, as always. Salute to Stoic One, Raven Knight, One G's, Prepper 101, and my habitual line stepper brother Donnie. This is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Long live the habitual line steppers. In Kev we trust. Till the next time.